Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am Amalgam Ash, and this is Fantasy Life Online. This is part of the amalgamation. This and maybe, big maybe definitely Genshin Impact a little bit later, because I haven't played Genshin Impact, and I decided that when I did, it was going to be something I did on the channel, just because everybody likes waifu loot boxes, right? Well, anyway, on to this game. I just got started. I just got on. I'm going to share what all kinds of stuff I've learned and what I can do. Oh, I get 200 diamonds tomorrow. 400 diamonds is an 11 character or 11 weapon summon, so that's pretty awesome. This is not quite like other gacha or mobile games, and if it was, I probably would be very disappointed. This is a lot more like Fantasy Life. I don't know if I can call it a cult classic, because it was kind of popular. It just wasn't like Final Fantasy levels of popular. But it was amazing enough that Japan was like, let's make a sequel that's mobile only. Pretty great, huh? So, like any mobile game, you get bombarded by the alerts and pings and notifications telling you what all free stuff you got. Thanks to Akatsuki Red Cloud, a Fantasy Life Online and other games Let's Play style content creator, I have learned how to lock my screen's orientation to landscape, thereby overriding this app, and it's forcing it into portrait mode. So now you can enjoy the full size of, I keep putting my hands on the keyboard like that's going to do anything, the full size of my Samsung Note 10 Plus. That's not a flex, because that's so yesteryear's phone, right? But anyways, sorry, if you've played Fantasy Life for the 3DS, it's one of my top 5 games ever. Top 5 most favorite beloved games ever, with no hesitation, maybe even top 3, no hesitation. Just, it's an amazing, lovely, awesome little game. It has so much to do. There's people who have 100% completed it, made another character, and then just started playing again. And it's not like it's a short game. You know, I had a substantial amount of time sank into what I was playing. But I would like to take this time to speak to those who have played the original Fantasy Life and try to convince them that this is worth at least checking out. After you get through the somewhat predictable here's how you play, in which is included the hey, here's how you play a mobile game aspect, you have access to village building, okay? You can build in this area right here. I think I had to complete a couple of quests at least. Yeah, because there's a story element that's tied to this. But your actual village has got its own area. Unfortunately, we can't go visit Castel or Port Puerto or Almagiquia like we could in the original game. I don't want to get into all of this yet. I just wanted to show you... Whoops, back please, back please. I just wanted to show you the area because I thought that was awesome. And I made a character, I made a little Vierge, the same as much as possible as the character that I made for the original game. But all of these things take, as you could probably guess, some sort of stamina or something to remove. Oh, they're special items, that's right. I haven't gotten too deep into it yet, so I haven't memorized all of the systems. But when you're not doing that, when you're actually playing the actual real game, you've got quests you can go on. When you are ready to initiate the MSQ, which this is all the further I am in this game, you're going to go into Act 4. Each main story quest is divided into parts. Each part has an objective step. So we're going to talk to the soldier at the entrance. What's happening at the grassy plains? And if you're watching this, chances are you have probably played up to this point and past yourself. But if not, please be warned that this will contain spoilers for this part of the story in Fantasy Life Online. It's still really, really early in the game, but there's still some cool little things that happen here. Anyways, once we get into the East Grassy Plains, as soon as I can click the OK button, we get to choose a team, and I can change my team. These are all characters that I've rolled by using the gacha mechanics, and I have not spent a single dime on the diamonds that I used to get these characters. But I like my team that I have now. Whoops. What happened? Who were you? Were you already Viola? No, you were somebody else, because that level is too low. But you can build your team of the same NPCs that exist in the original Fantasy Life. I'll use Lucio. Oh, I think that character was getting replaced by Uelia anyway, and I think it'll continue to be that way. And you can roll all of these characters in the loot boxes, and many more. I shouldn't call them loot boxes, probably. You do have to spend the in-game currency to get them, and you can buy the in-game currency with real money. But it doesn't quite feel right to call them loot boxes. They all have so many pulls, and there's such a finite amount of characters. You're going to definitely roll the same character more than once, and when you do, it awakens them, which levels them up. And then once they get to like level 5, I think it is, 4 or 5, if you pull that character again, you get an item that you can use to put towards awakening other characters, thereby making all of this process get you very, very close to getting the character you want. That's enough of that. You can sort these by their type too. You've got your crafter characters, your gathering characters, your battle characters, all. I'm going to go in with this team. I'm going to go ahead and start the mission. Yeah, Uelia is the guest, so I'm going in with the same team as normal. But once I get in here, I'm going to show you the East Grassy Plains. This is what amazed me. There is no difference at all between this and the 3DS version. Whoa. And this might look a little bit odd because I'm forcing it to go into landscape mode so that I can show you more of the environment, the beautiful, beautiful land of this game that I love. And you might see some characters on top of each other, like that dragon was on Uelia there, or actually my face for just a second, because the game's like, that. What? Bro, you need to be in portrait. Uelia, I swear I'm going to find Piccolino and get to the bottom of the Shadow Power business today. Vierge, look over there. Look over there, Vierge. It's Courier, LarviTheDoci, LeaderKilla, Little Ash Things, Akatsuki Red Cloud, Bookworm, Iboshi, King Goose, ModMonkey, PigQueenGen, PK Minato, and Treven. Why did I rattle off all those names? Those are currently all of the Fantasy Life Online content creators. There may be actually a few more out there, but those are the ones who have so far signed up to join the Fantasy Life Online Discord and choose a role that identifies them to be content creators. I just want to share kind of everybody and put traffic their way, because I'm not going to always cover Fantasy Life Online. I'm going to cover it in spurts, and sometimes 1 or 2 days a week. And these are content creators whom I will link all of in the description below, so you can check them out. And I know that they all do, or most of them, maybe even some of them, do other content besides Fantasy Life Online. But if you're hankering for Fantasy Life Online content, then there you go. Which, watching content about the game, this game probably doesn't video even as well as the first Fantasy Life. A game that for as much as I do love it, it was very hard for me to make the purchase based on videos of Let's Plays I didn't think that the game came across very fun in Let's Plays, and that's not the fault of the Let's Player. I just think the game is very, very difficult to perceive as something that's that fun. But I decided to finally jump on it when I did. Like I said, it's in my top 3 most favorite games of all time. So I'm really, really glad that I got it. There we go. That's a better angle, maybe for my face. I don't know about my hands yet. Who's this lady? Mr. Paladin seems to be talking to someone. Who is it? How did it go? Did you find anything about the black monsters? Sorry, hold on. How did it go? Did you find anything about the black monsters? But I think this game is probably a little bit harder to make content for in video, not because it's not a 3DS game, but actually because it's a mobile game, and it's a bit difficult to get a lot of the mobile game. Well, it's not difficult to play a mobile game and record it, but it's different to try to put the format on, say, a TV. It might do well if you're watching it on your smartphone, I guess. I didn't really consider that. I guess the real question is, how do you like to watch your videos? I just hit the spacebar to advance that. I'm playing at my computer desk. Yes, I got clues from a white dragon. Yes, I got clues from a white dragon who claimed to be a detective. White dragon, you say? Does that mean you saw black monsters near the entrance to Elderwood? Correct. Your Highness, you still think they have nothing to do with all this? I get your point. I'll be joining the investigation team. Huh? Perfect. The black monsters that Miss Snow and Mr. Glenn spoke of, did they really turn up? I also heard talks about a white dragon. Is Piccolino chasing after those black monsters too? Anyway, viewers, let's go and search around. Oh, that's me. So check it out, guys. It's East Grassy Plains. If you've been following up to this point, and you've seen the other videos, then you've already seen East Grassy Plains. But isn't it beautiful? Isn't it the most beautiful rendition of East Grassy Plains you'll ever see in your life? I so want. I'm going to sound like a broken record, and I'm going to apologize for the UI in the center of the screen. Doesn't seem like I can do much about that. I so want the switch port. I so want a switch port. There's not one, but I wish there was one. Of this, sure, I'll take it. Of the original Fantasy Life, I will drop $60 for a physical on that so fast your head will spin. Oh, there's something white and furry over there. Why is the dragon furry? Don't let him get away this time. All right. Good afternoon. You're Piccolino, the Lunaire detective, right? Peepa. What's he saying? Picobi. Oh, sorry, that was dragon tongue. My name is Piccolino. Lunaire detective is what the gods call me. And you guys are? We finally meet, you and us. We're all doing the gods' work. I'm Euelia, and this one here is Vierge, God's envoy. Pico. So you're the sister Laura talks about. And you, God's envoy. I vaguely remember seeing you in Lunaire. Her? I have so many questions, but first, what are you doing here? Now that reminds me, there's something urgent I need to take care of. We've got a black monster in there. The man who had been hiding me got attacked. Black monster. So it did show up. We gotta hurry, Vierge. Oh, the quest has started. Let's go. Yes, so we have to go fight some black monsters. This game takes place directly after Fantasy Life, but you need not play the first Fantasy Life to play this one or understand it or anything like that. However, if you have, then all of the systems that are in place here will be very familiar to you, and you'll be an expert. As soon as you get past the mobile game stuff, oh, Piccolino and Euelia are merging, I see. They are really, what's the word? They're Full Metal Alchemisting. And look at that. Karate. Oh, Black Karate. Karate. Pico, I'm coming to help you, Duval. What the heck is Duval? Save him, quick. Be careful, Vierge. Yeah. Let's go. Let's take out these Karates. I am a woodcutter. Which is not a combat class, not in the slightest, but you know what? It's that's okay. You can still charge to swing as a woodcutter, which I think is beautiful. Enemy down! That's it? Pico! Picolino, what is it? I'm sensing more black monsters. Arrgh, Picolino, wait! More? Do we have a boss on our hands? Oh yeah, we're getting pretty close to that. Pico Pico. Picolino. Fierce, look over there. It's karate. Is our first boss going to be a black Caratella? Another black karate. So yeah, in this it's instanced zones which lock off when you get to fight bosses and stuff, but it is a 1-to-1 rendition of the whole land, and when you get done with main story quest stuff, you can go back and explore these lands and just walk between the areas freely like you would in the 3DS game. So does it add anything by doing that? Not really. It's got to constrain you to mobile. There's a special version of how it was played. Yep, it's a dark Caratella. It's a dark Caratella. I called it, didn't I? But so if you can get past the mobile aspects, everything else about the original is here. Everything else is here. The friendship is here. Actually, everybody's got their own specific level rather than them all following your level. Ha, you're down for the count. It's got all 12 lives. You can have all 12 lives, master rank on one character. And it's not quite all here yet. People are still working on this. They're still adding content. That's happening right now. Bolt-Rend Games has got a hold of this and is adding more stuff. Was that the last of it? Or perhaps level 5, but working through Bolt-Rend, who is distributing. Yeah, looks like it. Distributing is not the right word. Bolt-Rend Games has this game on the platforms where you can download it. Oh. You are quite the unit there, sir. Finally, saw the black monsters everyone's talking about. They sure look ominous. Yeah, spawned by the shadow power. Thank you for coming to my rescue. I can't thank you guys enough. Oh, Duval, I'm just glad you're okay. I don't know if I'm glad he's okay. That's good. This is Duval. He saw me being attacked by a black monster and helped me hide. I couldn't stand by and do nothing when someone doing the god's work was in danger. I owe you guys a great debt of gratitude for rescuing me, and one day I will repay it, but for now, I gotta go. Take care, Mr. Duval. And now he's gone. I see what's going on here. He'd be out of the frame if this was in portrait mode. You, LAF, Irish, you guys have been a great help. I really appreciate it. Since you're the god's allies, I have a lot to tell you. Yeah, and we have a lot of questions for you too. First, let's go back and get organized. Alright, so with that, the quest is completed. We're returning to the village. And yes, I could run around that area freely. I just can't do it during an MSQ deal because you just gotta focus on clearing the quest. You can level up by killing enemies and stuff, and you can still gather if you are a gathering class. I'm like, after the dark shadow is cleared. But that's about it. I'm out of time for now. I just wanted to get in here, do another proper, as proper as I can in short notice, which means I just kind of decided to do it. And kind of show you how the gameplay is. Play through an entire quest. Ooh. Story leading to the boss started. That's going to be next time. First, I'm going to claim all these rewards I got, because they love to give you free stuff, and when this game has to undergo maintenance, they continue to give you free stuff to compensate you for having to wait to appease you. It is the most amazing thing. Like, they don't have to do that. And I don't play a lot of mobile games, but I can't imagine that there are very many mobile games that do that. It's very wholesome to me. Alright, so we'll be doing a pull probably with all of these nice diamonds I have, which are actually not visible on the screen because I'm in landscape and they're just off the edge there. I have 26,000 dosh top and center, and above that you would be able to see my diamonds. I have about 2,400, I think. But I'll do that in another playthrough. I'd like to show you the Christmas event and introduce to you Snow. There are, in addition to the familiar NPCs, there are new original NPCs. You see Noelia down there in the lower right-hand corner. But NPCs like Lucio and Hawk and Sloan, and the seasonal NPC Snow, who I should be able to get back to if I can push the right buttons. Go, go, go. There she is. Yes, I'd like to see your details, please. Look at her. Isn't she precious? Look at her gigantic sword. I did not think of her as a mercenary, but it looks like she is. That makes her awesome. I love the mercenary class in this game. Alright, that's enough for now. Amalgamash out. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. I hope that this has been interesting enough to keep you around, and I hope you'll check it out. If you do want to play Fantasy Life Online, it's free. It's free download. Go get showered with diamonds after you download it and start playing. Make your character. Do your roles. Get your free characters and swords and such. And feel free to add Amalgamash in-game. I have a player ID that I have to give you. I'll just put that in the description below as well. If you'd like to use that, add me, send me hearts and all that free stuff that you can do once a day, and I'll do it right back to you. So, thanks again so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, bye for now.